Hello, today I am sharing some magnetic sheets that I have found on Amazon, and I purchased some to see how well they were. I've seen many magnetic sheets for sale on Amazon, and some have good reviews, some have bad reviews, but I have found these. They've been cut in half, because I can only find them in this large size. And although they will fit a big die set, such as this one, most of my dies are smaller. So I actually just cut it in half and I put them in my stamp and die pockets. But so far, they are very pleasing to me. And now this is how they come. They come in their own little envelope, which I'm not going to use. But they're really strong. So this is the magnet sheet, and it's white on the back. You can write on it if you want. And then this die set is in its original package. And it will actually hold that through all of that plastic and all of that paper. So that right there shows me that they're really strong, a strong magnet. So far, that's a big plus. Let me get that out of the way. But again, I cut mine in half. Now, the ones, this is the big package that it came in. I think these are a 6x9 or something like that size, and they have multiple packs. They call it a 12-pack, but they're including the little pocket also. But you actually only get 6 sheets of the magnets, and it was $16. So I didn't want to buy a whole bunch and then not be happy with them. But you can see they're pretty thick. And if I can get it up to the camera good enough, I mean, you see the thickness of that. When you hold it up, it doesn't even bend. You might be able to see it better on that. So, so far, these are great. But I did cut it in half, and this is one whole die set. This is the largest piece here. And they don't come off. So I am very pleased with these sheets. This is another die set that I have on there. Not coming off. So some of the reviews on these sheets, they were like, they're not easily to cut. Come on, we can cut anything. So, let me get these big magnet sheets out the way. So I'm going to cut mine in half. And these, also, these are the pockets that I got on Amazon, too. This is like my second pack. These are the ones that I use for, originally I got them for my stamps. All my stamp sets that will fit in here. They have the flap on the top. But I think these are 5x7. But they'll fit like these smaller stamp sets, but then they'll also fit like this is your 4x6 stamp set. I also have the dies in there. So what I was concerned with is if there is enough room in the pocket with this magnetic sheet, and there's plenty of room. I mean, there's a lot of space in there, so it's not like I'm gonna have to pry that in and out. So that's good. They fit in my little pockets very well. And because of the paper backing, this is a paper backing that's just glued on there. When I go to put them in my little organizer, I mean, they don't really stick to each other. I can feel a little bit, but it's, yeah, so they're going to be easy to flip through. So I'm happy with these so far. All right. So I have some sets. I'm not going to do them all. I'm just going to do one for you today. I have these sets that I just got. This is what I used to store my dies in. This is a pocket that I made a long time ago. It's very tight. This is another one I made, and I just had a piece of cardstock with a piece of sticky strip, which is now not sticky anymore. I mean, they work, but I've been wanting magnet sheets for a while, so I'm gonna eventually convert all of mine over to these. And these Hero Arts dies here, Hero Arts has been doing a celebration, I guess you can say, of their 50th anniversary all this year, and every few weeks they have a live video here on YouTube with different guests. So every time they do one of those, they have a 50% off sale on certain products. I bought a bunch of their background stamps. They had 50% off a month or so ago. The last time I watched it, they had 50% off of their nesting dies. So these were $12.50 a piece. So if you haven't watched any of those videos, I encourage you to. You do get a lot of history of the whole paper crafts industry, past to present, but then they also offer something for 50% off. So they've had stamps and dies and all kinds of stuff. So, all right, back to our magnet sheet. So these measure 9 1/4 inches width. So I'm going to cut mine in half this way. So the first one that I did, I measured and then just put a pencil mark and just drew a line down there. I don't know that I need to, but I'll just show you. So this would be, so for half of 9 1/2, 4 1/2 and 4 1/2 is 9. So 4, I think this was half. 4 5/8 ended up being the halfway mark. You can just put it in your trimmer at that measurement. Now, I didn't cut this by hand. You can. But to get through this paper, this is, it's almost like a dry erase board. You can probably write on it with a permanent marker, but I did write on it with a pen, and it just wipes right off. So, it's glossy-ish. But I put it in, now this is an old paper trimmer. I don't really use it much anymore because, I don't know, I got a new one. But all I want to do is cut through this paper stuff. If you're good at cutting straight lines, by all means, cut through that straight line. I'm not that good at it. So all I did was just kind of run my cutter back and forth, back and forth. It doesn't really cut into it well because it's so thick. But I'm just wanting to cut through that backing. That way I can just then use my scissors to cut actually the sheet. And if you don't want to use your trimmer, I would not use a good paper trimmer on this. If you only have one paper trimmer, don't use it. Make a line and then just use your scissors. Because you were going to dull that blade right away. Alright, so now you can see it's cut through that paper. And there is sticky in there from this being stuck down in the magnet. And I'm just going to use either just my paper craft scissors. I don't care that they're going to get a little bit of goop on it. And I'm just going to follow right along where that cut was. And then I'll turn it around. And I'm just following right down in there. But if you're good at doing hand cutting straight, by all means, cut it by hand. All right. And if you have any little edges, you can trim them off. See, I can't cut straight, even with it being half cut already. That's why the paper trimmers are my friend. Alright, so it doesn't have to be perfect. All you're doing is putting dies on here, and that little magnet stuff will stick to your scissors. Whoops, so if you get any on there, just pick it off. And then I took, because this is stuck on there, just in case that made that paper a little loose from where you cut it, I just took my bone folder down there and yeah, good. Cuts right in half. And you can see they're pretty stiff. I don't know how thick that is. It's got to be close to 1/8 of an inch. I don't know if I can get a ruler in there to see it or not. 1/16. But it's very stiff. I like these. I'm very happy with those. All right, so I am going to use this die set. Now, I did check this before. If you have a die set that's a little larger in width, if you're getting these exact items, these I can offset and make them a little sideways. But if you do have a die set that's going to hang off the edge, it's going to be fine. Let me get a pocket out. I didn't get one out for this yet. It's going to be fine because you have lots of space left over. So it's going to be okay if they hang over. But this one will actually fit offset a little bit. So peel these off. And these will work with any brand. I don't know that I will do this to every die set that I have. I was more interested in doing it to the nesting dies, just so they're not all, I don't know, a mess. You can peel these on and off with ease. And then the one set that I had that I kept on with the sticky, like if I was to trim this down to fit in this pocket, the tape sticks into there. So when you go to pull it out, the tape sticks to the plastic. And I did that for years. So I thought I was due an upgrade. I see lots of people use magnet sheets, and I'm not sure where they get them, but look how tiny these little hearts are. Oh, they're so small. And see, being on this magnet sheet, they will definitely not get lost. I mean, look how tiny that is. It's itty bitty. I don't know that I'll ever use that little one. It's so small. Because I do have paper punches that are small like that, but if you don't have paper punches. All right, so they are on there. They don't fall off. They may slide a little bit, but they definitely are not coming off of this sheet. So if I do a review on this Amazon product, I will definitely give it, what is it, 5 stars? 5 stars. Whoops, my pocket's come open. 5 stars for that. I will investigate to see if they actually have a smaller one, so I don't have to cut them. But for $16, I will actually get 12 pieces because I'm cutting them in half because they only come in. I only got the 12 pack, which is, they're counting the pocket again and the sheet, so you only get 6 sheets. But for my needs, I'm going to cut them in half. And I don't have a whole lot of die sets this big. This I purchased when Spellbinders has a sale. They put a lot of their past die of the months on sale for you to purchase. Like this one was from 2022. I'm not a member of these, so I don't really know that I will put these on a magnet sheet. I haven't decided yet. But definitely, all my nesting dies, I will definitely put all of these on there. So, I just wanted to share that. I'm curious to see. This is a very large die. Let's see how well that one fits on there. Oh, and one other thing I didn't do. I'm going to do that. Oops, this stuck. To make sure I not label, but I know what die the stamp come from. Yeah, that hangs over a tiny, tiny bit, but this is such a thick die. I'm not concerned with that. It's going to fit into that pocket just fine. Plenty of room for that. Yeah. One thing I did not mention, what I did with this one, so I know what company they're from. So if I ever do a video or anything, just for reference of where that die set come from, let me get this one out of the way. I took the label just at the bottom. You can use whatever part of it you want. Different stamp companies have different package labels. So for this particular Hero Arts one, all I did was snip the bottom of that off, just like this one. And I just stuck it right to the back of this. Instead of writing on this, I just thought I'd use the actual packaging itself. And I just used my little sticky strip, wherever my end is. Lost it. There it is, I think. Yeah. I've been trying to use this little skinny stuff. It's good for some things, but I prefer the wider widths of sticky strip, double-sided adhesive, whatever. The stickiness of it is great. This is Scrapbook.com's brand. It does holds very well. I just prefer a little bit wider of a width. So after I use this up, I'll buy some wider because I am happy with it. I do like how sticky it is. It's just super thin. And give that a good burnish. Now some of my die sets I no longer, I don't think I have the original packaging anymore. So I think I'm just going to have to write on it. Right on the back. Because I've had them for so long. And just stick that to the edge. That way you know what company they are. If you have a lot of die sets. Yeah. Now, the oval one, these are Amazon's. I bought like 4 sets from Amazon of these dies. And some of them weren't connected together. Now, like, what I mean is, where'd the Hero Arts ones go? These aren't connected together at all. Some companies keep them connected together. It's very annoying to me because you have to use a pair of snips and cut them apart. I would rather pay a few dollars more for a die set that's already cut apart. Because what happens is, with this, especially this one, now they'll still work. I haven't used every one of these. But I don't know if you can see that at an angle. They don't sit flat. See how they look kind of warped a little bit? That's because when you cut all these apart, you have to, there's a little piece of metal here and here, which connects the next size here and here. So every single one of these were connected together, and they're so thin. I mean, see how they bend? They're so thin, they bend. Now, it'll still die cut okay, as long as you don't bend it too out of whack. But this whole die set was like, I don't know, maybe $6. But I probably won't buy any more because I don't want to take them up. I don't want to cut them apart. That took forever. I wasn't happy with that. But I liked this kind of weird oval shape, so that's why I bought them. So yeah, that is how I am now going to store all of my nesting dies. Again, I will try to add a link down at the bottom. I'm not an affiliate at all. I'm just me making videos. This is the little label from these magnet sheets on Amazon. If you want to check them out, they do sell these in 12, 24, and I think 36 pack. But again, remember, they're counting the envelope and the magnet. So if you're just interested in the magnet sheets, 24 pack, you're only going to get 12 magnet sheets if you are purchasing them. And then, again, these are the pockets that I use. They're called a CD and a DV sleeve. Again, I think they're 5x7. They're from Amazon. They've been working great. This is like the second pack. And then they're 50 in a pack. They're $10. So that's pretty good. This is, again, the second time I've ordered these. They held all my stamps. I haven't had an issue with them coming apart. I haven't had an issue with them tearing as many times as I get in and out of them. 5-star rating on those. So if you're interested in checking those out, I'll try to put a link down there so you can find them exactly. If not, just do a search on Amazon for that brand and magnetic sheet. So I hope you liked that video of storing your dies. I will see you next time. Bye.